Insurance Business was recently on the ground at Riskworld, the Risk and Insurance Management Society's annual summit, where we heard insurance executives' views on the most critical issues in the industry today. In this episode of Insurance Business TV, we ask, how can insurers strike the right balance between automation and personalized service?
So I think to strike that balance effectively requires some really deliberate investment and focus, right? So one of those I already mentioned, we're kind of building a digital platform from an analytics and data and analytics perspective to help our clients make decisions with confidence. That is you'll see a lot of our competitors doing the same thing and investing in that platform, but we're also investing in people, right? So we're not giving up people and personalized service and bespoke analyses for just platform, right? So the platform helps us reach and automate insights for all of our clients. But then we also have a very robust and diverse set of analysts and actuaries and finance professionals and risk managers to help create really bespoke analyses for our clients who need that really complex work.
At the end of the day, you don't want to pay for process. And insurance is a mecca there's an awful lot of process that doesn't have a lot of value to the end customer or anyone in the chain. So I think that what we're starting to see with the digitization of certain risks is that actually the process is collapsed and you're starting to give customers something in a more time-orderly fashion. So an example would be if you went back 10 years ago, you were perhaps as a customer waiting 90 or 120 days just for confirmation of coverage and to get your documentation. There's no reason today why you cannot get that instantaneously. Similarly, the payment of premiums, but more importantly, the payment process associated with claims is something where I still think there's an awful lot more could be done to help customers. It doesn't feel right sometimes that, for a big customer or a small customer, claims are really important, and that cash flow at a point in crisis is a really vital piece. So I think that automating, and the more that element can be automated to ensure that the money is back in the customer's account at a point when they need it, I think is something that continually, again, both ourselves and the brokers we trade with are fixated on how can we differentiate and become better at automating some of those nonsensical historical processes to ensure that the customer has the benefit of that.
As I mentioned, we've invested in some automation around AI tools that will ingest data and flow through into our pricing tools. That's one part of it, but I think we're still big advocates of engaging with brokers at Lloyd's, engaging with clients when they come to visit London, and engaging with clients when we fly to the US to have meaningful conversations, understand what changes they have made to their risk, how their risk is performing, and how that will then feed through into the pricing that we're able to give to them. I think it's important, the relationship building element. We're still focused quite heavily on that, and that's really to ensure clients understand that we are case-by-case underwriters. We don't take a portfolio approach. We're really digging deep down into individual risks and giving a tailored approach, and that's that personalized service that the automation can't give.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good question. I think, if I think about it, a lot goes into one, you have to start with the sophistication of the customer, right? So I think you have small business customers, you have no market customers, and then you have large, sophisticated global customers. So I think being able to understand the needs of those customers is important, right? So I think the first thing and able to understand is listen, right? So understand the model of your customer. What are they looking for? Are they looking for something that's more transactional in nature? Are they looking for value-added services? I think all of us can do more around automating transactional efficiencies. I think the real differentiator is how do you understand a customer's needs and then be able to go bring those services, those analytics, and bring that to help the customer be better, right? My job is to make the customer better, to meet their shareholder needs, to meet their customers' needs, and to help them protect their bottom line and their balance sheet. So I think the key is to listen. Zurich in large casualty, that's our game, is we're relationship driven. I think it's even post-COVID has become more important, right? I think a lot of the rust, we're still shaking off some of the rust in terms of human interaction. And I think that's always going to be the case, right? Especially with a large, sophisticated customer. They want the human touch, the bespoke solution. And of course, they want transactional efficiency, right? So if we can figure out and balance it around making the transaction easier, making it correct, seamless, but also then being able to provide those data insights and analytics. So we have 2 times a year, we meet with about 20 to 24 of our largest and most sophisticated customers. And we sit there and listen. What are they looking for, right? And the same thing resonates over and over is they want more data and analytics. They want more solutions. And being able to go and bring that together and create that personalized offering and that personalized service, it really hits the need. A great example is recently, we've been over the last couple of years listening and listening around the frustrations specific to the legal environment, right? So, more and more around social inflation, verdicts, the plaintiff bar, and some of these nuclear verdicts are really challenging capacity and pricing, specifically in that excess space. So one of the things that we took from that and that relationship was we need to solve that. So recently we just announced a facility working with Chubb and Berkshire Hathaway to be able to provide $100 million of lead capacity on a claims-made basis to help solve that need. That need came from the relationship, the interaction with the customer, and being able to put together a solution that meets their needs. So hopefully that gets traction, but it starts with listening, and then there's plenty of opportunity in the back end to automate, productionalize, and make life easier for everybody. But the idea of a relationship is never going away.
It's a very good question. Actually, in the past, we have seen the usage of technology mainly to B2C operations or package sales in terms of insurance today. I believe the usage would be much more directed to supporting a better service to the client. So connecting brokers, platforms to the insurance platforms, servicing each time better the end clients. For me, it's the right way to personalize service using the technology.